What is going on, guys? Fitcho here and welcome back to my MotoGP 17 career mode. Today we're here for episode number 2. Now, at the end of the previous episode, I got to pick my Moto3 team for season number 2 after we completed those final 2 races in the Red Bull's Rookie Cup, and I've just realized I sort of fucked up a little bit then. I made a little bit of a blunder. Not all the teams were actually available to me. I thought it was going to be like the previous game, where when you opened up a championship to pick which team you wanted to drive for, if the team was in that championship, yet you didn't have an offer from them, it would come up as locked. So I assumed I had offers from every single team, but I didn't, and somehow I didn't realize that there was a few teams missing. Like, I forgot there was the bright blue Leopard guys weren't even there, like one of the brightest bikes on the grid. I'm not sure how I forgot that, but along with Leopard, I forgot the Estrella Garcia, the British talent team, Del Conca Grassini, the Team VR46, and the team that Finardi and Danilo raced for. I can't remember their name, but I forgot a fair few number of teams, and of course Red Bull KTM aren't the best team in Moto3 this year. I haven't been following Moto3 as closely as I wanted to this season. I missed some of the early races, of course, because of the American time zones. It's hard enough just to watch the MotoGP race, and I think my head was still stuck a little bit in last season when Brad Binder was dominating on the Red Bull KTM bike. So we are on a pretty decent bike in Moto3, but it's definitely not the best. But anyway, today we have the first round of the season in Qatar. But before we do head to Qatar, I should probably check my emails because I forgot to do this in the previous episode. And of course, we have a personal manager whose name is Benjamin Scott, and we have a few different emails from him. Now, I'm not too sure which ones have come through before and after we have signed in Moto3. I'm guessing the objectives update. The team's morale is superb, and thanks you for the performance up to now. We haven't actually had a race yet, but it's saying they want me to finish higher than 12th place, so I'm assuming that is my target for Moto3. And also, when I had a look at the teams thing, I had a little flick through here earlier. I can go into any of them. Let's go into Moto3, for example. The teams, based on what offers you get at the end of the season, is completely dependent on the reputation you earn. So the reputation you get at the end of each race is vital in terms of progressing your career. That is what the reputation does. It opens up new contract offers with better teams in the future. Now, for this Moto3 season, I'm going to up the AI difficulty to the top difficulty. I did a couple of quick races, and I found simulation was actually quite representative of what my pace was around this track. And as for the race length, I think possibly a 35% race wouldn't be too bad, and then just do one race per video, and along with qualifying as well. Actually, I'm going to up that to 50%, half of an actual Grand Prix, so we've got 9 laps for this race in Qatar. So here we are at the Losail International Circuit here in Qatar, and it's time for qualifying. Here we are entering the garage for qualifying, and there is my Red Bull KTM Moto3 bike with my number on it. We're about to get set to go out on track for this 40-minute qualifying session. Here we go, we are on track in qualifying, coming down to the final corner, trying to get a good exit off here. I've got that line a little bit wrong as we head down the start-finish straight, ready to start our first flying lap here in qualifying, and there is the best lap so far, a 2:09.656. That is our target if we want to be starting this race on pole position as we head down towards turn number 1, hard on the brakes, go down the gearbox. I am now running manual gears. That's the only assist I think I've really turned off, but I found, having control over the gears is a big help, as I'm sure you can understand. Being able to select your gear through a corner really does make a difference as we head through turn number 2, and now the flick to the right of turn number 3. Hold it completely flat there as we head down towards the heavy braking zone of 4. We've gone in a little bit deep, I think, but we do go fastest through the first split, as now we keep the bike leaning to the right through that next little kink, and now up to the hairpin, down to first gear, get the bike turned in and get back on the power as quickly as you can, and we should be coming up to the end of the second split after this next hairpin. And I must add that Losail really is not my favorite track on the MotoGP calendar. In fact, it's probably my least favorite as we go, not purple, we go red. We go fastest through the second split there. You gotta remember that we don't use the purple color as to denote a faster split in MotoGP, of course. It is red, but so far we are on track to go top of this session as we're into the second half of this lap, the long left-hander, and this is where things get tricky. You got a series of medium speed right-handers through the first one, back on the power, then back on the brakes, down a gear as we go to the right again and keep the bike turning to the right almost the entire time there as we go back down to second gear as we're 2/10 slower through that third split. Not the best third sector there is now. We only have a couple corners to go. Good exit off this penultimate corner is very, very important, but not as important as this next corner. The final corner on the track. Get on the brakes, down to second gear, grab first gear, pull the bike in, back on the power, into second. Try not to bounce off the rev limiter too much. I think I didn't change up quite early enough. Now the long run to the line. Where are we going to go? It is a very long run up to 6th gear, and we're going to go a 110.1, and that puts us 6th at the moment, but I'm going to stay out on track and try to improve that now. Oh, I know we're a bit wide through the penultimate corner there. We were quicker through the first 3 splits, and I think we might have just stuffed this lap up as we head down to the final corner, onto the power, up the gears, out of the final corner, careful of the exit curve. It's easy to unsettle the bike as now the long run down towards the start finish line here in Losail, and it's gonna be a 110.012, so we are now in 7th place. We couldn't quite improve. We're good through the first half of the lap. We really struggle in the second half. Here we go, out of the final corner. We were fastest through the first 2 splits, and we weren't the fastest through the third one, but it was by far our best third sector so far, and I think we can definitely improve on this lap. Where do we go? A 209.7, that puts us up to 5th place. Here we go, up to the line. I think this has been a decent lap. We had a good final sector. I think we don't quite improve, as I think the bike right behind us, I think it's one of the Leopard guys, has just improved to a 209.5 thanks to our slipstream, and I'm just going to get out of this. I don't want to be giving him much slipstream. That is Johan Mir, and he's one of the quickest riders in Moto3, and I've just helped him to go fastest with a slipstream. Now let's see if Mir will repay the favor. We accidentally gave him a slipstream. Hopefully he can give us a slipstream now. Here we go, down to the final corner. We've gone fastest through sectors 1 and 2, and our third sector, I should say, wasn't too bad, and we are in a nice position to get a double toe as we head onto the start finish straight. Open the taps. We are full throttle up towards the line, and we might actually be a tad too far back to get a proper toe, and Mir is getting an amazing toe, and we set 209.7, and that puts us into 5th place, which is where we already were. Here we go, we're in a good position for a toe. We went fastest through the first 2 sectors, a pretty good time through the third sector. We're getting a nice toe off the bike in front of us as we head up towards the line. Are we going to improve our time? Yes, we are. We go top. We go pole with a 209.501. That toe was absolutely amazing because that lap wasn't too bad. I got the penultimate corner absolutely perfect on that lap, and then the toe up the start-finish line. That's where I think I'm going to end my qualifying session. I'm very happy with that lap, and without another toe, I don't think we're going to go any faster than that. And we do take pole position here in Qatar in our first ever Moto3 race, and it was not by much at all. Less than a 1/10 of a second to Johan Mir in second place. To be exact, 0.036 of a second separating myself and Mir. And then it's John McPhee joining us on the front row of the grid with Jorge Martin, Aaron Canet, and Romano Finardi on the second row. So here we are in Qatar for our first ever Moto3 race as we walk into the garage. We're going to be starting on pole position for our debut. And here we go. Let's go to the track. We're getting out of our seat, ready to jump on our bike and head to the track.
After a long weekend of preparation, the race is about to start. You could cut the tension with a knife. But all that matters now is who gets across that line first.
Here we go, my first ever Moto3 race here in Qatar as the revs rise. We have 4 lights. And it's lights out, and away we go. The Qatar Grand Prix is underway. We've had a decent start from pole position on the grid, as Mir is now coming up my inside, and so is McPhee as we head down towards the first corner. Turn the bike in. We've gone a little bit deeper, McPhee. And now Canet is sneaking up our inside, and so is Jorge Martin. We stay ahead of Martin. We have lost 3 positions off the start and been shuffled all the way back to 4th. We get a good exit off to up the inside of Aaron Canet into turn number 3, back into a podium place. We're on the back of McPhee as he's going for a move on Mir, and we are just going to be careful here and not get involved in these two battling as McPhee makes the move for the lead past Mir at turn number 4, and we are just sitting patiently in 3rd place, waiting for a chance to look up the inside of Mir. We thought about it. Into the hairpin as he sneaks up the inside of McPhee and back into the leads. We get very, very wide onto that exit curb. Is that going to hurt us? Not too bad. Yes, it is. As Canet sneaks up our inside, we're going to switch back up his inside. He's trying to switch back again on me as we're going side by side as we end the 2nd sector, as we flick it right, squeeze him up onto the curb, and now we should have the inside line for this hairpin, and we hold on to 3rd place. We've run it a little bit deep. He's going to sneak up our inside, I think. No, he's not. He's not going to make the most of our little mistake there, and we hold on to 3rd place, but Mir and McPhee are getting away in the lead. Oh, he's going for it. Canet's going for it up the inside of the fast right-hander, but we hold it right around his outside, and right now, we really don't want to be battling with these guys. Canet goes for it yet again, because we want to try and get in some clean air and put the hammer down to try and catch up to the front 2. Now we're just going to continue this battle, trying to get back in front of Canet. He's taking a very awkward line through the final corner. We go to his outside, a little bit of contact, and we're side by side down the pit straight as we're about to end the first lap and start lap 2 of 9. And Canet looks like he's just got the advantage. Can I slip into his slipstream? Yes, I can. A little bit of contact with the back of his bike. Here comes Bulliger, and I think that is Jorge Martin down towards turn number 1, and they sneak through as we go a little bit deep. Bulliger and Canet's going to sneak through as well. Can we try to switch back, get a better exit than Canet? Sneak up his inside down into turn number 2, but we're a little bit cautious there in the second half of the braking zone, but we've got a better exit up the inside of Canet through the turn 3 kink. We have lost out. We're now battling over 5th place as Bulliger is going for the move on Jorge Martin down to turn number 4 as Canet is sneaking up my inside as I went a little bit deep there. Can we sneak up the inside of Aaron Canet? Yes, we can. A little bit of contact. We were forced our way past back into 5th place. We've got Bulliger up next on the track. Can we try something down into this hairpin? No, I'm not going to try that as he is trying a move on Bulliger as they're getting a long way up the curb, but we don't get the best exit and we can't quite capitalize on that. But if you look further up ahead, it looks like Mir is starting to break away from McPhee in the lead of this Grand Prix. We've gone deep into the final corner. Canet's going to try it. We're going to get across to the inside line there and cut him off quickly enough as we're about to end lap number 2 as Bulliger is going for a move on Jorge Martin as we come up to the line, and Canet isn't actually jumping in our slipstream. We're trying to make the most of Bulliger's slipstream as we head down towards turn number 1. Here goes Canet up our inside. He seems to have gone a little bit deep. Can we tuck it back up his inside on the exit? Yes, we can. And we get past Canet back into 5th places. Now, can we sneak up the inside of Bulliger? A bit of an aggressive move there. Not Bulliger. That is Jorge Martin, I should say, as Bulliger is now directly in front of us and we're back into 4th place. Now on the back of Bulliger. We've gone a little bit deep and Martin is snuck back up our inside, but can we force the issue back up the inside of that second right-hander? Yes, we can. And we retake 4th place, but he's going to go for it up the inside of the hairpin. We're going to try to brave it right around the outside, and we managed to hold on to 4th place right around the outside of the hairpin, but this battling is allowing the front 3 now to get away, but it looks like Mir has really bolted from the front of McPhee, and he's getting away now, and it's going to be difficult to try and catch back up to him. What's his name? Martin was trying to go for it up the inside of that right-hander, a very late dive. Here we go, onto the pit straight to end lap number 3. And it's going to be a slipstream fest. You can see the bikes all over the track behind us, but it doesn't look like anyone is going to challenge us down into turn number 1 as we jump on the brakes, and it looks like we are safe from Canet and Jorge Martin. No, we're not, as that is Philip Ertl sneaking up our inside, and Jorge Martin tries to follow him, but can't quite make that stick. Right on the back of Ertl, can we try to force the issue up the inside? Yes, we can, and we get the move done back into 4th place as we head down to turn 4. No, we don't. He swapped back to our inside as we run it a little bit deep, and Ertl is back into 4th place. We're going to stay right on the back of the German. Can we dive it up the inside? Yes, we can. Try not to run it too deep. Get it back across to the apex, but no, he switched back up our inside, and he holds on to 4th place there. Up the inside of Ertl on the exit. We just carried so much more speed through that corner. Now he's snuck back up our insides. He's running a little bit deep. We switch to his inside through this long left hand. We're leaning on him a little bit there, a little bit of contact, and he's going to have the inside line for these fast right-handers. We're going to go right around his outsides. He sneaks back up our inside, and we just don't have the confidence through these fast right-handers. This is where we lose the majority of our time, and we lose out to Philip Ertl there as we head down towards the penultimate corner. He cuts right across our line there at the last second as we are battling over 4th place as we head down towards the final corner. You can get a good slipstream down this short straight, and we're going to throw it up his inside. No, we're not, as he cuts right across our nose, and we go very deep on the brakes as now out of the final corner. Going deep will have got us a better exit, and we are in the slipstream of Ertl as we head down towards the start-finish line to start lap number 5 up into top gear. We pull to the inside of Philip Ertl, and that should be a very simple move with the overpowered slipstream and back into 4th place. Is he going to try it up our inside down into turn number 1? Yes, he is, but he's running a little bit deep, and we should be able to sneak back up his inside. Yes, we do, and we should be able to hold on to this position. Oh, we just got on the curb, on the braking, and there goes Philip Ertl capitalizing on our mistake. But we're going to go back around his outside and hold on to 4th place. But what I have noticed, we are catching up to McPhee and Bulliger, and they've actually swapped positions. McPhee doesn't seem to have the best pace in today's race, as Mir was able to break away from him at the front of the field. Bulliger catch and now pass him, but is Bulliger going to be able to break away and catch up to Mir, or is McPhee going to continue to challenge him? That is the question, and we desperately want to catch up to this battle, but we're dealing with Philip Ertl, who is all over our rear right now, but we are starting to catch them a little bit. You can see they are definitely getting closer as we head through the hairpin and onto this long left-hander. Oh, there goes Philip Ertl, just throwing it straight up our inside. He knows where we're weak through these fast right-handers. He makes that move stick as we go very, very wide. But we get the move done nonetheless, and we don't pick up any form of penalty. Here we go, onto the start-finish straight, about to start lap number 6, and I now think I am close enough to pick up a little bit of a slipstream off McPhee, as we have definitely caught up to them. It looks like me and Philip Ertl have broken away from the rest of the pack a little bit as we head down to turn number 1, and Ertl goes for the move. We're going to swap back to his inside and retake that position. A little bit of contact on the exit, but nothing untoward, and we get that move done back into 4th place. You can see we are definitely catching up to McPhee and Bulliger, and we're getting back into this podium fight with only 3 3/4 laps to go here in Qatar, as McPhee is going for the move on Bulliger down into turn 4 as we've got the braking wrong. I wouldn't be surprised to see the bike of Philip Ertl sneaking up our inside, but he doesn't go for it. Can we sneak up the inside of McPhee? Yes, we can. A fair bit of contact there. We both stay upright, and we get that move done up into a podium place now as we're on the back of Bulliger. McPhee tried it up our inside at that final corner. We just cut back across him to defend the line as we start lap number 7. Any second now, we're in the slipstream of Bulliger. We pull to his inside, and we get the move done before the start-finish line. That is something important to note for future laps, as we are now into 2nd place, but that's not going to last as Bulliger dives back up our inside. We try to hold it tight, sneak back up his inside. A little bit of contact as we lean on him there a little bit, and we get that move done up into 2nd place, and now we can try to hunt down Mir with less than 3 laps to go. I don't think that's going to be possible. Oh, there goes Bulliger trying to force the issue up our inside through the hairpin, but he can't quite make that stick. And looking back, it looks like McPhee has dropped off the back of us a little bit as we head through these fast right-handers where I am weak. I wouldn't be surprised to see the bike of Bulliger sticking up our inside any second here. But we've actually had, by my standards, quite a nice run through there. Oh, there goes Bulliger. He tries it up the inside of the final corners. My line is quite wide. I take a really late apex through there, and that really does open it for people diving up our inside, but we managed to hold it around his outside and down the start finish rate. He didn't get past us before the line as he is in our slipstream. He's going to go for it up the inside of turn number 1. We're going to go in a little bit deep at the start and try to cut back. We've really stuffed that up, I must be honest. We went in way too deep. I was trying to be too smart there, and I overthought things, and we've lost the position to Bulliger as we just tapped the back of his bike there through the exit of turn number 2 and through turn 3. We can get a good slipstream down towards turn number 4, but we're not going to be close enough to go for the move. Here we go, onto the start-finish straight. We're about to start the final lap here in Qatar, and I must admit that lap was pretty scrappy, a lot of mistakes, and we're falling off the back of Bulliger, and we've got Ertl not that far behind us as we head down towards turn number 1 for the final time in this race. Here we go, only one corner left here in Qatar. We're on the back of Bulliger. We've had a pretty decent lap as we head down to the final corner, try to get a good exit off the final corner into the slipstream of Bulliger as we head up towards the line. Is the slipstream going to be enough? We're gaining, we pull to the inside of Bulliger, we're going to get it, we get second place right at the death there. We come across the line to finish in second place for the last lap. Slipstream pass there to finish in second, but nobody could match Mir today as he just ran away in the lead there as McPhee actually dropped all the way down to 5th. But Mir has won the Qatar Grand Prix with myself in second place, and I just edged out Nicolo Bulliger, who joined us on the podium. A very small margin there between me and Bulliger, less than a tenth of a second there. In 4th place was Philip Ertl with John McPhee in 5th. Jorge Martin finished down in 6th place with Romano Fenati in 7th. Aaron Canet in 8th. Andrea Migno in 9th. And Livio Loy rounding out the top 10. So if we have a look at the championship standings, of course the Riders' Championship is exactly the same as the race finish. So we are sitting in 2nd place, 5 points behind Mir. And in the Constructors' standings, Honda are leading with 25 points with KTM in 2nd. We are of course riding a KTM, and we have 20 points, so we are 5 points behind Honda. There we are in Parc Ferme celebrating our 2nd place on debut. We are quite happy with that, sitting on the bike, clapping to the fans. We've got our mechanic coming over and congratulating us. A good race there. It was a bit scrappy at the start. We fell back through the field quite early, but we managed to fight back through the field and get back up to 2nd place, just making that final straight pass there on Bulliger. So our reputation, we get 4,000 reputation for the GP, and then we get our team objectives. That is another 5,000 reputation. We get a bonus as well of 5,220. So in total, we earn 14,220 reputation. So that'll do it for today, guys. Up next, we head to Argentina for the 2nd round of the Moto3 season, but that'll be in the next episode. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure to smash that like button. If you are new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe for more MotoGP 17 content. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Fitcho, and I'll see you all next time.